Vancouver. The recently revealed 14-year industry-wide arrangement to coordinate bread prices in Canada doesn't seem to shock experts, who say price fixing is a common and tempting practice in the country. Any possible reward, they add, appears to outweigh the risks of penalties and losing consumers' trust. Grocery giant Loblaw Companies Limited, TSX, L, and George Weston Limited, TSX, WN, revealed earlier this week they participated in a coordinated bread pricing scheme from late 2001 to March 2015. The companies tipped off the Competition Bureau and struck an immunity deal to avoid criminal charges or other penalties from the ensuing investigation. According to court documents, the regulator is also investigating the alleged involvement of Canada Bread, Walmart, Sobeys, TSX, EMPA, Metro, TSX, MRU, and Giant Tiger, as well as other persons known and unknown. Details about the investigation are sparse and no criminal charges have been laid. Many of the companies say they do not suspect their companies or employees broke laws, and that they are fully cooperating. Price-fixing cases are actually quite common, said Jim Brander, a professor at the University of British Columbia's Sauder School of Business in Vancouver. Related, for grocery stores, which have small margins, a seemingly small jump in price for a product can provide big gains, he added. Between 2001 and 2015, the Consumer Price Index for bread, rolls and buns rose 96% jump, according to Statistics Canada. During that same time frame, CPI for all food purchased from stores increased about 45%. Historically, fines were quite small compared to the gains companies could make, said Brander, so the penalties were not a major deterrent. Penalties for conspiracy, the umbrella under which price fixing falls, include fines up to $25 million and imprisonment for up to 14 years, or both. That's up from a previous $10 million and 5 years. In recent history, the competition watchdog pressed criminal charges, which were eventually stayed, against several parties in a price-fixing arrangement in the country's chocolate industry. It also charged and fined a number of individuals and companies involved in a Quebec gasoline price-fixing cartel. However, it's difficult to be caught and prosecuted, said Fred Laser, an associate economics professor at York University's Schulich School of Business in Toronto. After all, Canada's major grocers allegedly managed to do this for nearly 15 years, he said. What's required for the Competition Bureau to have a case is a smoking gun, he said. Some type of memo, some letter, something on a computer that basically states, yes, you know, my competitor and I are cooperating and we're increasing prices. Without that, it's difficult for the Bureau to prove collusion, he said. There are many people at an organization, such as those whose salary is tied to the financial performance of the business, who have incentive to improve profits and engage in price fixing, Brander said. These individuals may meet each other at industry events, like a conference, he said, or it could be as simple as picking up the phone and dialing the number of someone at a competitor. You're not going to say on a phone call or a text message, you know, let's fix prices, he said.